Hello, everyone, and welcome back again. So today we're going to talk about people that are working in M&A, how they can accelerate their journey from finding that deal to closing it in a more efficient manner. I think for a lot of people, it can be quite frustrating that it can take so many months, sometimes years, before somebody actually finds that first acquisition. So Paul wants to talk today about how we can help to speed up that process. So Paul, in your experience, firstly wanted to talk about why is M&A a powerful way to actually build wealth and how to build it quickly.
Yeah, so I think my journey started off. I did a deal. It was a family business, and I bought it for £1, and it was not distressed, but it had problems, and I could see how to fix those problems quickly. I turned it around and then sold it after 18 months. I then did a startup for 7 years, which I was involved in, and then inspired to get into M&A by the TV program Dragon's Den, where basically entrepreneurs come and pitch their business, and they seek investment in return for a percentage of their company. And I felt after I'd spent 7 years working flat out in a startup that actually I would be quite interested to be an investor and get involved in different businesses and impart my knowledge. And I think that for me, I completely look back with fond memories of the startup because I learned so much about business in that time. But now I would never dream of starting a business, because in a startup, you don't have a name, you don't have a brand, you don't have a staff, you don't have a business model, you don't have customers, you don't have cash flow. Wherever you buy a business, you've got all of those things, so you don't need to create them. And the idea, I think, to create wealth quickly in M&A is to acquire businesses, put multiple companies together to build larger groups and sell them. Effectively, you can make some reasonable money by owning a business, but you don't truly create wealth, in my opinion, until you actually sell them. So the goal is to buy often, grow, sell often. And ultimately, if companies are selling for a multiple of their profits, your goal is to go in, make the business more profitable, and then that multiple, even if it's the same multiple that you bought at, you will ultimately create that value. If you buy a business that's making 500 grand a year profit and you buy it for 3 times profit, that's 1.5 million. But if you then take that business from 500 to 700k because you improve the sales, marketing, you automate, you add software, you make it more efficient, whatever, and you sell for a slightly higher multiple, let's say 4 times, then you've got a business that is potentially worth 2.8 million, which is significantly more than the 1.5 that you paid. But if you structure the deal in the right way, that 1.5 that you paid could actually be funded through other means without you actually putting any of your own money in. Now, if you do that, 3 or 4 times over a 2 or 3 year period, then effectively you can create reasonably healthy 7-figure wealth, if not even 8-figure wealth. If you're interested in mergers and acquisitions, we have a free to join community of deal makers around the world where we share knowledge, expertise, deals, and joint ventures. I produce regular content there, and it's the first place that you can see it. So if you'd like to find out more about this and how we can joint venture together, I guess the vast majority of deals that we have done have been with joint venture partners. And I guess to get to 100 plus deals, there's only so many hours in the day. So by sharing the work with like-minded others, we can increase that bandwidth. So to learn more about this and to join our community, visit buybuildsellprogram.com.
Okay, so how would you compare M&A to maybe more traditional organic growth in terms of wealth building potential?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess organic growth does require a lot of time to build that sort of brand recognition, customer loyalty, where M&A effectively allows you to skip the line. Because if you think about it, let's say you've got a good business, it's making money, it's consistent, and you want to grow it organically. Well, you need to think about how can you improve your marketing, do more marketing, spend more money on advertising, whatever it is. How do you get more leads through the front door? How do you convert more of those leads? So all of that costs a lot of time and effort and money, whereas in M&A, I could go and buy a competitor tomorrow afternoon and end up acquiring all of their customers and all of their cash flow and all of their customer loyalty, without having to spend any time or effort on the whole sort of organic growth. So I think M&A is absolutely a quicker way to 10x any business, because you can double or even triple your business just with one acquisition. And yeah, creating that sort of then rapid revenue growth by acquiring existing cash flow and infrastructure and cross-selling opportunities, for me, is always going to win hands down over that sort of organic growth. So yeah, that would be my comparison on the two. So I think there's space for both. Whenever we buy a business, we always buy it, build it, sell it. You know, the building bit is the organic growth as well as the acquisitions that we might make that then make it bigger and better. But we're always going to get a better result from acquiring rather than trying to grow organically. Can I ask you a favor? If you like this content, then please do subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this as we upload it. It helps our channel and shares the message with like-minded deal makers. It also helps me to connect with our audience and bring you more content that you can watch.